going to hit record. Everyone make sure that you've muted your interface so we have a nice, clean, cool call. And I'm going to share something really quickly with everybody that I thought was really cool and very worth sharing. And for those of you who have been hanging out with us over the past few minutes, while we've just been cutting up and having a blast, all I can tell you is that when I first got started back in 2007, after working long hours, in the nursing home as a nurse, I would have loved to have come home and be able to jump on something like this, to be very, very honest. Because I came from a very stiff network marketing background where everything was suit and ties. You had to look a certain way. You had to act a certain part. You had to learn exactly what to say. And I felt like, I wasn't truly myself, and I was around people that weren't truly themselves. So it's just so interesting how everything opened up, today. And then I wanted to lead with this because this is something that Val posted, in our Facebook group today. And I thought it's perfect. It's perfect for where we are in our industry right now. And really the mission and the vision behind what we want to empower more and more people to be like and to become inside of their businesses. And it says your mission is to become you. Your mission is to live your life in such a fashion that you will be able to look back and say, yeah, I lived the life that is true to me. Let's roll. That's pretty cool. Think about that for a moment and really take that in, because how many of us have been told that we're not good enough or been made to feel like maybe we're not good enough, or, maybe we come from backgrounds where, maybe we're the first person venturing off, attempting to become an entrepreneur. Maybe we're the first person that has decided to think outside the box, and for a lot of our friends and our families and the people around us, that might be very, very different, and a lot of times you begin, to compare yourself to other people that might be in the industry, not considering, how much time they might have on you or what variables they already have in place. And the one thing that I can tell you is that, this is so true. Your mission, if you were to stick to this every single day, you would absolutely learn how to become the best you possible. So what I can tell you is, in kicking things off tonight, is when I got started back in 2007, learning how to be the best me played a huge role in the success that I experienced early on inside of my business. And it was just the way that business was done back then. 2007, 2008, even like early 2009, being ourselves and using the power of attraction marketing, understanding the role that the law of attraction and my story marketing played in our marketing, that didn't leave any room to be anyone else but yourself. You can't say you're using the law of attraction marketing, my story marketing, and you're trying to be someone else at the same time. So we were taught and we were teaching people, those principles when it came to building their business. So we had a lot of people that got into this industry and in very, very short periods of time began to have a high level of success. I know for myself, my first 30 days online as a complete newbie to all of this stuff, I was able to transact 27 sales inside of my business, being nothing but myself. I had a very simple business. I had a webcam and I had YouTube. And those were the three things that I used to begin to create my success on the internet. So if you think about that, being that YouTube was my first exposure to online marketing, it didn't give me a whole lot of room to try to become someone else. All I could do is put my best face on and get out there and show the world who I was. And because of that, I've been able over the past 9 years to impact thousands and thousands and thousands of people's lives. Forget about the money that's been able to be made over the past 9 years, but the bigger picture is how many lives I have been able to impact because I put myself out there in a sincere desire to want to help another person, to want to inspire another person, to want to empower another person, and to impart on another person, what it is I know about this industry and wanting to sincerely be their guide. So as we share with you Mentoring Millionaire, I want you to understand that this is not just another business opportunity. There are tons and tons of those out there, and literally businesses are a dime a dozen. Biz opportunities are a dime a dozen. Where we are in our marketplace and our industry right now is we are really, really thirsty and we are starving for value. There's so many ways that you can make money out there. But at the end of the day, if you don't feel good about what you're sharing with another person or what you're guiding another person to, I'm telling you, it begins to be very, very hard to build your business in good faith, knowing that it's really all about the money and there's very, very little value. So when I reconnected with Val and I go way back to 2008. He actually was one of the people that was instrumental in really getting the whole My Story marketing thing on the map and really, teaching people how to use the basic concepts of just simple communication and being ourselves. So when I reconnected with him a couple of weeks ago, I discovered that he had this platform in place. And when I went to the website and checked it out, I was blown away because everything about, mentoring millionaires is my language. It's what I've been sharing for many, many years, except for I felt like I was kind of alone out there because I felt like the industry had kind of taken a turn and everybody was, so involved in automation and resources and tools and hiding behind the scenes and not really allowing themselves to be a part of the business, that so many people were trying to escape that. So when I discovered his platform, I was blown away because this is exactly what this industry needs right now. Number one, an opportunity for people, yes, to be able to put immediate cash flow into their pockets. I think we all understand like that's the hottest way to make money now. But the second component of that is having something high in value where people really fall in love with what is in the back office and what they are a part of. There's nothing worse than introducing someone to something and kind of cringing like, oh my God, I wonder if they're gonna like what's in the back office or are they gonna wanna get out of business because what we have in the back office, is not valuable. I love knowing that I get reports from people that, sign in and they love what they see. They talk about, and I'll have Val talk about this, the village. They talk about how much value is in that and how much they love it. And then I also have people that are watching our Zooms that are not in yet, but they are in love with the community. They are in love with what it is that they see. And every single day, every single report I get like that is confirmation that I made the right shift inside of my own business to really step back out there and begin to lead with value. Understanding the money will always come if you err on the side of value and you really want to help people. And that's what our community, that's what our business, and that's what our platform is truly all about. So as you saw us joking, in the beginning, that's really what it's even like behind the scenes. As I've gotten to know Tracy and I get to jump on Skype sessions with Tracy and with Val, not only do they help push me to become greater myself, and help me kind of get out of some of my comfort zones, but it's a lot of fun as well. It's a lot of fun because we're not trying to be something we're not. We're not trying to compete with everything else that's out there. We are trying to be extremely unique and to appeal to the person that wants to go someplace different in their business and someplace different in their life to get a different result. If you were to look out there right now, I'm sure you all could agree with me that every company out there, for the most part, they're trying to compete with each other. And that is a hard, hard road. And it's hard for the owners and it's hard for you as the business owner as well, because you're having to constantly keep up. But when you decide to go against the grain, what's so cool about that is you begin to attract people that think like you as well. And when you attract people that think like you and you're going against the grain, it begins to get really, really fun because you're attracting forward-thinking people, people that want to do something a little bit different. So I am so excited and honestly just so content with my alignment with Mentoring Millionaires. The best decision I've made in my business in a very, very, very long time. And, I think if you're here, for the first time or you're not involved in our community and platform yet, you keep hanging around. And as you even listen today, I think you're going to really, really buy into where we're going, what our vision is, and how we're not just about digital resources and tools. It's not about just another platform to earn from, but it's really about a platform and a community that can help you step outside of who you are, learn to become more of who you are, and understand that you are absolutely enough. And you begin to move that way inside of your business, I think you will all be so amazed, with what you can accomplish and with how many lives that you can impact. Because not everyone is going to be a Tracy, not everyone's going to be Steph, not everyone's going to be a Val. Thank God not everybody's a Val, right? Not everyone's going to be a Dwight or a Eugene. And, I might not be everybody's cup of tea, but guess what? Somebody might find Eugene and say, Eugene, you know, the way you speak, what you have to offer, it's right up my alley. That's why it's so important to learn how to truly become yourself and to not be afraid to put that out there for the marketplace to enjoy and embrace, you know, and to learn more about you. You know, so I'm excited to hear, you know, from Tracy and from Val tonight as they share, you know, deeper about the vision of mentoring millionaires. Maybe Val, you can share a little bit about how it came to be, and maybe dive a little bit into, you know, what we offer in the back office to really enhance people's businesses and their lives to help them truly get to that next level. So friends, I introduce you to Val Smith.
Hey, Steph, thank you so much. And you brought up a really key element there that I've been preaching to people for years. Some people just don't get it. You know, I think about the network marketing industry. I think about, you know, a lot of the stereotypical superstar training. And I don't say that about the younger people because it's not their fault. The people in their 30s, maybe early 40s, I don't blame them for it. But there's a stereotypical training out there. I used to teach a course called the Dead Sea Scrolls to Network Marketing. It's kind of esoteric. But, you know, there's this word that floats out there in every program. You know, there's a few words out there. Goal setting, which I don't believe in goal setting. I think goal setting is pretty corrupt. But duplication, you might have heard the word duplication. You got to duplicate what we're going to duplicate. The only thing I've ever seen duplicated successfully in the history of marketing is failure. And Steph brought up a really good point, is that I'm not you, you're not me, we're not each other. We're unique individuals, and it's all about us. Now, if you saw us kind of joking around, I mean, I was pretty impressed with Michael Armstrong and his physique. I mean, the guy's huge. You can't duplicate that. Nobody can duplicate his DNA. Nobody can duplicate all our DNA. I guess maybe they could in a science lab, but we just can't walk in and do that. There's some pretty impressive people out there. And, you know, the whole key element is people will say, well, yeah, Val, you know, you're absolutely right. The duplication of people can't take place, but the duplication of systems can. And then my argument to that, so when somebody steps up and says, systems are duplicatable, I say, okay, well, guess what? You're still dealing with the human element. And the human element is this. There's Michael again. I get freaked out when I see him get on the camera. The human element is this. The duplication process with people is this. You and I can work the same system, the same lead capture pages. We can have the same letters in the autoresponder. We can all be in the same rotator together, but I guarantee you our paychecks are going to be different. Now, why is that? Why is this great word duplication out there that everyone's kind of, you know, the amateur gurus? I call them amateur gurus. I mean, even if you go to Las Vegas and you see, you know, God's gift to the world on stage and they're teaching duplication, they still don't understand marketing. What they're doing is they're being spoon-fed from earlier times in you know, the 50s, the 60s, the 40s. Kind of goes back to the book Think and Grow Rich. Very quickly, the great book Think and Grow Rich. There was a lady out there that, you know, a husband was kind of curious as to why his wife would only have half a ham in a giant pan and cook only half a ham in a giant pan. And so he said to his mother-in-law, I think it was his mother-in-law, I haven't read the book in 25 years, but his mother-in-law or the grandmother said, Ma, why does my wife, you know, cook like you do? You know, she's duplicating what you do, basically. She takes half a ham and puts it in a big pot. And she said, the reason why I only cook half the ham is because I never had a pot big enough to cook the full ham. So it's a belief system that is passed on, right? And so when you take a look at the Knight and Conan series, you know, all the great motivational speakers that you're all familiar with, that movement started in 1941, the power of positive thinking, goal setting, all those interesting things that have kind of manipulated us into, you know, this kind of self-help movement. I mean, it's good, it's inspiring and motivating, but I don't really know how many people it truly helps long-term. Some people have a breakthrough, some people go through the veil, but that was all started for money. That was free enterprise back in 1941 to take advantage of weaker people. But, you know, you could get the same, you know, motivation, inspiration if you go to church on Sunday. You don't really need it. If you want to read a Bible, you want to read a Torah, you want to read the Quran, you want to read a spiritual book of some kind. All the answers basically lie there too, right? So there's a lot of mythical trainings out there in the industry, and I was in this conversation. I think Steph and I were in this conversation about, you know, some people today were asking me, am I going to Las Vegas to Eric Worre's gig in December? And I said, why would I need to go there? The only thing I would go there for is to network and meet people. But I said, there's nobody I'm really interested in seeing on stage, because I've been there, done that 25 years ago. And I was inspired. I was motivated. I was wired, went to the seminars, walked on fire, got burned, right? I was still broke. Bottom line is when I got rid of all my motivational stuff, I made a ton of money. I got away from being codependent, being manipulated by books in theories and philosophies. And I decided that, I needed to take the spiritual principles and put them into action. And, it's like I've got my daughter sitting here right now. She's 10 years old. And the point being is her room is not going to get cleaned up unless she takes action. So there's got to be a reward mechanism in place. So in order for each and every single one of us to have this lifestyle that people are bragging about out there on the internet, we do have to take action, guys. I'm sorry. You just can't read a book. There's a lot of intellectual derelicts out there, if you know what I mean. I wasn't that great in school because I chose not to be. I was bored. But put me in the field, I could excel, And so network marketing really turned me on because I could go out in the field and excel because I was willing to take a risk on my life. And, I was thinking I have all these thoughts going on in my head. There's another thing I was thinking about today as I was kind of sitting there talking to Steph and a few other people today. You know why people tell you they don't have money? You know why people tell you they don't have money? I mean, they believe they don't have money because, yeah, times are tough and things are tight. But the real reason why people don't tell you they tell you they don't have money, which isn't real anyhow, that's an illusion. They really have the money if they want it bad enough, is because they don't believe they have the integrity to take the action to back up the money. They don't believe they have the self-integrity to walk the talk. The money's just paper. The money's just a point system. The money's like taking monopoly money, poker chips, whatever it is. But people back down because, so I don't want you to think they don't have the money. Don't take it as rejection, but know that the person that says, I can't afford it, what they're doing is they're telling me they don't have the integrity to change their lives. They don't have the integrity to separate themselves from the money. But now if you want to change the equation and say, look, if you spend 150 bucks or if you spend 500 bucks, guaranteed tomorrow you'll have 10,000. They're not thinking about those instrumental flaws in their brain. They're not thinking about the self-sabotage. They want a guarantee. And if there's a guarantee, the word guarantee is a very powerful manipulative word. It can be very scammy in a sense. I see a lot of people say, well, I guarantee if you come into my business, you're going to make X amount of dollars. How can they do that? We're dealing with human beings that have low self-esteem in some cases, don't feel good about themselves in some cases, around strangers, but they feel good in their home environment. They can speak in their home environment, but they don't want to be transparent to the rest of the world for all kinds of various different reasons. So what separates us, because there was a guy that was checking us out, he's in a high ticket program. And he says, what separates Mentoring Millionaires from my $2,200 business opportunity? Or he sold one of those $22,000 packages in his business. And I said, dude, you didn't have, well, you made a lot of money in that, but that same $22,000 package is being sold for $1,250 in another company. I know, my buddy's got it. So what makes us different is, number one, we have a worldwide exclusive on our material. All right? We're not going to a fulfillment house and buying everybody's downloads and putting them in there. The other thing that makes us different is Tracy and I are on these calls. A lot of other admins don't like to come to calls and expose themselves, and they have nothing to teach you. They really don't know anything about marketing in a lot of cases, but they have a great program that can make you money. Another interesting thing that I heard about today is people that are in some of these high tickets, and I love high ticket. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to knock high ticket. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. You can make an incredible living with a high ticket program. But like Steph said, is there really value there? So what I'm finding that the ones that are making the money in high ticket, like, where you make $1,000 a day, they say, or, make $2,000 or make $6,000 or make, $18,000. What I'm finding is the people in those business opportunities that are making money are the ones that are offering extra value. They're not, and they're forced to, whether they like it or not, because when you take a look at a $22,000 package or a $2,200 package or a $6,000 package or even $1,250 in some of these opportunities, there is no value there. I shake my head when I go in these back offices and check it out. I wouldn't bring that stuff to you guys in any which way, shape, or form. I wouldn't dare do it because there's no value. You can get that stuff for free on the internet. It's all over the internet for free. Go to YouTube, you can get it for free. Any training course you want that's generic out there is free unless it comes from an author, an authentic author like myself, I haven't bastardized my products out there in the industry for everyone to prostitute and sell. I didn't sell them to a fulfillment house. So there's a lot of interesting components to marketing, and taking you into and bringing you into the equation, and branding you is paramount. You can build a business very easily. All you want to do is give yourself permission, like I said on the last call, to get into a business opportunity. Find something that you want to do for a loving, not a living. Okay, we're not in the business of doing anything for a living. I do nothing for a living. Everything I do for a loving. Okay? So find something you want to do for a loving, and now formulate a team. You want to work in something called the power of the mastermind. The hell with this, duplication stuff, and you want to team up with people like Steph Perez. You want a bodyguard like Michael Armstrong. You want to hook up with Robin. You want the whole package. Everybody's got a strength. So what I do with my teams, when I'm building a team, and Steph, you might want to do this with some of the great people that are on this call that have a great gift and talent, get together, have a private powwow session, and say, guys, submit your strengths. You have to have a strength of some kind. Maybe you're not a charismatic speaker. Maybe you don't like speaking, but maybe you know how to run an autoresponder. Maybe you know how to, write. You're great. You're very good with words, the English language. Maybe you know how to translate. Maybe you know how to build websites. Maybe you got some software development background, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But we've got to come together as unique individuals, like a potluck dinner. And a potluck dinner is when everyone brings a gift and talent to the table. So Steph might bring the main course. I might bring the salads. John might bring, the casseroles. Somebody might bring the cutlery, so and so and so. So everybody brings something, all right? And we break bread with each other, so we're working together. And so what we do is we take a look at each other's strengths. I've got strengths as far as speaking, and I can think and analyze things on the go just like that, make executive decisions and not look back. And Tracy's the same way too. But Tracy enhances my strengths. She makes me look good because I don't know how to do a lot of the technical stuff. So what she does is she takes the thoughts up here in my head and she takes it and brings it to life on a canvas. But that's called, separating yourself from the masses by creating a unique, established environment where everyone's got strengths. And now what we do is we say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe you don't have all the strengths that are needed. So is there anyone here that can basically coordinate a co-op? Well, Val, what do I need to do to coordinate a co-op? Go make a connection with some of these solo ad people that we have, a connection with. So you want to make a connection with solo ad people. Maybe you want to administer that. Just take the management skills on, and that means you being a liaison with maybe the solo ad provider or a traffic provider. So just imagine we've got all these people on the line right now. My strength would be outside of the philosophy stuff. We could do it where we don't have to philosophize on these calls. But if we went right into the opportunity call per se, imagine if we had an 800 number going. We had 800 numbers going throughout the day. People can log into an 800 number, hear a quick message. Imagine if we had people generating traffic and taking that traffic and just teaching people to be appointment setters and invite them to these calls. If we could do that, just get the system going and not having to worry about sitting on Facebook for hours, not having to sit there and copy and paste everything, but get a fluent system going, which we're going to do here. We're going to put it into play here because we have the ringless lead service as well, too. I'll talk about here in a second. But just give everybody a piece of an instruction. So when you take a look at the video screen in front of you, people that are going to see this on YouTube won't see it like we see it now. There's a multitude of people on video blocks here. I'm seeing all these people on video blocks here. Now just imagine you're all an integral piece to the puzzle. And then we bring all those pieces together where we compensate for each other's weaknesses, but everybody has a small homework task. Bring it together. We can just rock it right out. It would be absolutely fantastic for that to take place. So now we start bringing all that traffic. For those of you that have been taught by the Ray Higdons, the Diane Hockmans, the whoever you've been following, Russell Brunson's, if you could bring your traffic to an environment instead of just relying on a funnel. Because there's so many funnels and tunnels out there. There really are. And it's good to have the video funnels and tunnels going. Keep those going. Those are secondary. But bring people to what I call, I don't like to say conference call because everyone knows what a conference call is. It's kind of like you're going to get pitched. I tell people, I say, hey, look, I'm going to be showcasing my business at 8 o'clock tonight. This is going to blow your mind. I promise you, you're going to see something unique and different that you've never seen before. So I call it showcasing. All right, because I don't want to use the same stereotypical bastardized word called conference call. Hey man, you want to go to a conference call tonight? No, I've been doing that for 21 years. They're pretty boring. You know, so what we're going to do is we're going to showcase our event. We're going to showcase what Robin has to say, or Regina has to say, or what Brian has to say, you know, whatever it is. We are in the business of showcasing our products and services, and we want to create a live event in doing so. Okay? So yeah, we have all the tools and all the bells and whistles that everybody else has. You all probably know that. It's all there, right? But what makes this different is, like Steph says, we are a community. It's the support mechanism. You belong here, okay? And it can be monotonous at times. You know, people say, well, you know, I've been on the call 3 times already. I don't know if I want to, you know, go on the call again tonight. I got better things to do. Now, is that really the right attitude to have when you want to be successful? It's kind of like the guy that says, well, you know, I made enough money this week at McDonald's. I think I'll close the door 3 or 4 times this week. I'm not going to show up and leave the McDonald's closed, because eventually nobody's going to want to do business with you. If you disengage, if you take away and look for all kinds of excuses, why? Well, you know, I heard that call. When I was doing Mentors in Motion, check this out. When I was doing Mentors in Motion, you know what this guy said to me? He said, hey, I should have put the do not disturb on. I'm getting phone calls on Skype. He said, I've been listening to you. I've been coming to your call for 3 years. And he says, I still have not paid the $499 to come into Mentors in Motion. After 3 years, he would come loyally. He loved it. He never heard anything like that before. And then 3 years, maybe 3 years, 2 weeks into it, he decided to pay. He said, you know why I came to your call for 3 years without paying? He never got access to the product, but he said, first off, he said, I've never seen anybody be able to do what you can do, come to a call ad lib and keep the story the same. He said, you have been consistent. The keyword consistent for 3 years. The story's never changed. He said, I came on those calls to bust your butt. I came on the calls to bust your butt because nobody speaks like you, but he says, I wanted to prove that you were a fraud. And then he says, now I'm spending my $4.99. He says, this is the most incredible thing. He said, I've been listening to the testimonials on the calls. We had people that were psychotherapists. I had one lady that was a psychotherapist that was working for someone for 6 years. And you know what she said on a live call? She said, what Val taught me in 45 minutes saved me another 6 years of working with a guy in therapy. She went back to the guy and showed him a little small technique that you'll learn here. And the guy realized what was going on in his life and childhood after a 45-minute session with her. That's pretty cool stuff. So there's incredible value here. And I just want you to know this, guys, because it's really hard to talk about the product. A lot of people still don't understand what the product is after I talk about it. Yes, there's capture pages. Yes, there's video components. Yes, there's audio scripts. But really, I look at this, when I take a look at all the other companies out there that are doing the same digital library online concepts, what makes this one different? The best thing I can tell you in my experience is this is life-changing. Whether you make $1 million here or not, that's not the issue. But if this helps you become a better husband, a better wife, a better father, a better boyfriend, a girlfriend, just a better human being and respecting people and understanding the universal principles that are real. And listen, there's a lot of people that come here and they laugh when you hear Val talking about universal law of attraction. That's all a crock of you know what. Well, yeah, they can keep that up. Listen, there's one thing I learned in the game of life. I came from the bad side of the street too. I know what it's like to be in street fights. I know what it's like to smoke dope. I know what it's like to be one of the badass guys in high school. But I would save always the guys anyhow. There was just something there. I know that side of the neighborhood, but I'll tell you something, guys, gals. You cannot cheat the universe. You cannot cheat God. You cannot cheat the universe. Call it whatever it is you want. Don't believe. Be an atheist. Be whatever it is you want. I promise you, you'll get your butt kicked. I had my butt kicked so many times because I thought I was bigger than everything else at one time. I thought I was too cool for school and, too cool, later on in my career in marketing when I was younger, right? I thought like being invincible. And then you realize when you plant those terrible seeds because you're too cool, those seeds will harvest one day and you become humble very quickly. So when I'm talking now, I'm not talking from the badass guy. I'm talking from the guy that's like, hey, man, I've been humbled. I've been around some of the best Jedi masters in the industry. Certain elements to life are real out there. And now how do you bring that into your business? And when you can start being humble and bring that into your business and be a person that demonstrates results in your life, people want to listen to you. But when you're the arrogant, cocky, you know what, they don't want to listen to you. So it's bringing value. You still want to be robust, and you want to be like semi in people's faces, like a football coach. Come on, I believe in you. I know you can do it, but you don't have to be too flashy about it either, right? So the whole point is, guys, this could be life-changing for every single one of you. I don't know exactly what word, I don't know what paragraph, I don't know what audio that might be, but you're going to find a breakthrough here in some which way, shape, or form that you can be pretty excited about, that the other programs don't have, that the seminars in Las Vegas, the workshops in Las Vegas that don't have. The only thing that usually happens there, if you're still a shy, introverted person, you go to these network marketing conventions to meet people, and you might become too shy, introverted when you're down there. The biggest thing you're going to get out of it is a credit card bill. Trust me. I know what it's like to go to a convention, fly to Texas or fly somewhere, but still be the same scared, shy, introverted Val before I am who I am now. Go there and say, oh, hi, and shake hands and, have a really wimpy handshake and all that stuff, and come back with like a $3,200 credit card bill. That's a terrible thing to do to somebody. So that's why I say, if you're going to be jet setting around there because somebody's hyping you out on all these conventions, you got to meet all these people, make sure you have the self-esteem, the confidence, the self-motivation, the drive to step up to the plate and go down there knowing this, that, yeah, you're going to catch a little buzz for 7 days. You'll feel like you had a toke on a pipe or something, and then you're going to, 7 days later, I promise you, it's going to wear off. You're going to go back to normal. But make sure if you go down there, guys, gals, make sure that you've got a lot of names down there, because that's the value. It's not what you're going to hear on stage. That wears off really quick. But make sure you network. You're down there to cast a net. That's why we call it network marketing. You're down there to network. If I were going to Vegas right now, I could care less who's on stage. I'm not impressed by that anymore. I don't care who the name is. I'll be there grabbing phone numbers. And that's the only thing we want the internet for, guys. We want phone numbers or Skype contact or, mobile phone numbers, whatever it is, because when we're marketing, I'm not trusting you. I don't trust an autoresponder. I don't trust the autoresponder has the potency, the power to get into somebody's head. I think autoresponders, in my experience, the people you're going to attract are desperados, people that aren't going to do anything anyhow. I can tell you this because I'm in this category. Any successful person that's a multimillionaire, I will not be empowered by an autoresponder, and I don't know any other multimillionaire that will be either. I will be empowered when you pick up the phone and you phone me and make a stand and tell me who you are, what you're all about, and what the game plan is. That's what's going to impress. You want successful people in your life? They're not going to answer an autoresponded email. You're going to get a whole bunch of broke people that'll join your business opportunity because they're desperate, be an autoresponder. But a real success, you think Richard Branson would join your business? Oprah Winfrey would join your business through an autoresponder? It's not going to happen. They're going to say, John, hi, how are you? This is Oprah Winfrey. How are you doing today? And then you know what John's going to do or I'm going to do? Our heart's going to start palpitating and we're going to start sweating. But, oh, my God, this is Oprah Winfrey. Are you kidding me? Am I on bloopers or something? But no, but that's where the magic is, when human beings make a connection. So everyone says to me, they say, Val, what do you use the internet for? One thing I want in a campaign. I don't care if they give me their email address. I don't care if I ever see their email address in this lifetime, because Tracy will tell you I never checked email anyhow. The one thing that I want is their phone number. Robin, I want your phone number. Regina, I want your phone number. Gary, I want your phone number. Michael, I want your phone number. I want to talk to you, man. I want to know your story. I want to know where you come from. Where have you been? What was your life growing up like? What makes you such an asset in my life? What's the game plan, dude? What are we going to be doing? Paul, what are we going to be doing, man? You've been on the planet for a few years. How do you see the world? How do you see the online industry? And these are the things that we need to be able to do. We need to be intelligent. And it was really great today to see this guy. He's a shark. There's a shark that I saw on the internet. I won't call him a great white shark because he's not that good, but he's pretty good. So I'll call him a hammerhead because he hammers people on the internet with this automated crap, right? But now it was just really amazing to hear him say, finally, after he did pretty well in his last business. I think he did about, $48,000 in a couple of weeks in his other business. Pretty good money, right? But he doesn't tell you how he did it. I know how he did it. But now the other business kind of kicked him into what? That business came to a standstill. So now he collected all this money. The business has stopped. Red light on the business. And I think now he's kind of feeling, you kind of feel like you take all that money from people, you don't have a business to keep them in. So the whole point is he's now saying he's going back to old school. He's saying this does not work. He said, I brought in the wrong people. These were people that were looking for, he didn't say these words, but they were looking for a crutch. All right. So the bottom line is, I don't know how much more to tell people all over the world on the internet. If you want to make money, you've got to be in a community, as Steph Perez says, with a bunch of professionals that know what they're doing, that will actually care about you as a human being. And anytime you just, you're feeling down and out, or you're feeling sucked in, or you're just kind of going through that vortex where you just kind of feel defeated, you can literally pick up the phone and phone one of us, and myself included. There's days that my daughter will tell you, there's days I'm totally burnt out, wiped out, feeling down and out about, behavioral patterns of the internet. Tracy hears every day, but I can go to Tracy. I can go to Steph and say, look, sorry if I was a little abrupt, but I'm really angry right now. These are real human feelings. But does an autoresponder do that? Does it allow you to vent? Does it allow you to communicate? Does it allow you to reach out to another human being and say, you know what, my day really sucks today because I'm feeling these things. Can you help me kind of snap out of it a little bit because this is not me? And that's a part of life. That's a part of being a human being. And that's a part of being successful. Yes, successful people have bad days too because they become frustrated. So that's why it's really important for all of us to be a support mechanism for each other, no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone tries to tell you on the internet, to steal your dreams and tell you, well, there's nothing really there, man. You need to join my program. Why, this guy made $40,000 last week and this person made $200,000. It's all a facade. But what's not a facade is human beings coming together. And that's what we can do at MM. And that could be like, there's times that, Tracy, I just want to show you how powerful this is. There's times that Tracy and I should be doing corporate stuff. And then we will stop that. And then Tracy and I will do, her and I and somebody else, we will get on and do a three-way on a Skype video chat. And it's so effective. And when Tracy and I get off that call, we feel so rejuvenated. And we say, oh my God, we love doing this because you know what? We're really good at it. We love talking to people. So I'm reaching out to you saying, yeah, we've got the system. Yeah, we got the ringless leads, that new technology. But you know what we got? We've got some leaders here. We've got some leaders here that want to reach out to every single one of you guys as part of your $3.99 package here and say, call us. Connect with us on Facebook. Connect with us on Skype. Connect with us on our telephones, whatever you want, and use us. That's part of your package, okay? Use the phone outreach and say, Val, I got a prospect. They got somebody that went to the website. They're looking at this right now. They're looked at it. They have a few questions. I might not be able to answer the questions. Could you get on and do a call with me? The answer is yes. But they have to be exposed to MM. You just can't say, hey, man, I went out there and bought 500,000 leads. Can you and Tracy call 500,000 people for me that have nothing to do with the evaluation process? Those are not leads, by the way. When somebody sells you a leads list of, hey, I'll sell you 10,000 leads, 5,000 leads, I don't even care if they're MLM databases, opportunity seekers. That is not a lead. You know why that's not a lead? I learned this the hard way by wasting money on that stuff. It's not a lead because they didn't ask you for anything. These people asked you for nothing. They didn't ask you to pick up the phone and cold call them and violate their space. And then you have to say, oh, well, sorry to bother you, but I bought this list off a lead broker, and they told me you might be an opportunity seeker. And actually, they even told me something better than that. They told me you were on a, an A+ or an A1 list. You're on a buyer's list. You're the type of guy that likes to invest in business opportunities. You stay away from that stuff, guys. Honestly, you want to build a business, you draw traffic into your mechanisms, your funnels that, are in relationship with your business opportunity. And these are all the things you're going to learn here, because you don't hear guys on the conference call saying, don't buy leads lists. Why the heck would you buy a leads list? Because somebody told you they spent money on goji berries? Because somebody bought acai? Because somebody bought mango juice? All of a sudden, they love you and they cherish you and they're going to spend money in your deal? And most of you will never call the list anyhow. So you know what? You got screwed. You got taken advantage of. You gave somebody $200 on PayPal, and you know you're not going to call the 5,000 people. You know how I know that? Because I'm pretty darn good at that stuff, and I'm not going to call one of them. And I'm just being honest with you. The only person that we should ever be talking to, outside of your Facebook campaigns and stuff, but the only person that, for me, for example, the only person that I'm going to talk to is somebody that is asking me for information. Me, not a lead broker. They're asking me based on my campaigns and my face and my video and my knowledge and my product, my service. I don't want generic anything. Well, hey, we got these generic leads for you. They're really fresh. They just came in. And then the other really thing you need to know is guess what, Eugene? These leads were telephone verified. These are telephone interviewed leads. Oh, really? Give me a break. Don't fall for that stuff, guys. Okay? The bottom line is, if you have a lawnmower for sale, put the sign up in your church, your school, your work environment, your community billboard, put it on street poles, and I'm joking about street poles, but make sure that person that you're going to be talking to is targeted around that lawnmower. Not everybody wants to hear about your lawnmower for sale because everyone's got one. So, it's kind of disrespectful when you're pitching other people's, health and nutritional downlines. Make your campaigns all around you and your product, your relationship with your product. And in your campaign, listen to this very carefully. Here's something else I want to lead you with now. Shut up. I just got too much information. I know I really didn't talk about our website and the product per se, but these are the things you need to learn. If you're using lead capture pages, and if you're using a lead capture page that you created, because some of you are very good at that behind the scenes, you can whip up your own pages, or you got some software that will, or you'll go to that $5, whatever you call that place, and they'll whip you up a $5 capture page. If you don't feel comfortable outside of the graphics that you're seeing on the capture page, there's one element you must put on your lead capture page, and that's your testimonial. And it doesn't have to be you on video, but on that capture page, it's got to say, hi, my name's Steph Perez. This is, whatever it is, hi, my name's Steph Perez. I just got involved in this like 2 weeks ago. The money is absolutely sensational, but better yet, what you're about to learn, what you're about to experience is absolutely breathtaking. And then have your signature on there. Okay? Robin Marsh. Just have it signed like Ray Higdon would do on his. You always see Ray Higdon, Diane Hoffman, whatever. Brand yourself. Whatever generic capture page you're using, it's got to have your universal energy on it. Okay? Let me give you one more example, because I just got a lot of stuff going on in my head now. My daughter's probably getting bored with me. She's heard this stuff 100,000 times. If any of you are using business cards in anything you do, business cards, I don't have one right here, a real live business card. How many of you on this line, just put your hand up so I can see it. How many of you have ever used a cardboard business card for anything? Life insurance, real estate, whatever it is. Great. Please, this guy, he's got to stop. He's got to stop. He's phoning me all the time. So anyhow, on Skype. So when you get your business card, John, if I hand you a business card, all right, you know what you're going to experience on that business card? There's going to be a personal message. I'm going to take a pen and write a personal message to you on that business card. You know why I'm going to do that? Because if I just handed Ariel or Michael or Lou or Bill or Dara a business card, you know what? It's not important. It could kind of get caught down between the seat, and then when she's vacuuming her car out or he's vacuuming the car out, they throw it in the garbage because it's all wrinkled. But if I sent Robin a business, watch this, check this out. Robin, if I met you at a restaurant, we hung out for an afternoon and, you know, we talked about business and we talked about strategizing, and I gave you a business card and I said, Robin, it was great. You know, Robin, great to meet you. Next time lunch is on me. And I signed that in pen and I write my name, Val Smith, on there. Are you going to throw that card in the garbage? No, she's not. Because what you've done is you've energized that card with your universal energy. You put your fingerprint on it. You made that card one of a kind, unique. Guys, you know this. We collected hockey cards, football cards, baseball cards. We threw half of them in the garbage. But you wouldn't throw a Michael Jordan basketball card in the garbage that had his authentic autograph on it. It has value. So that's why most capture pages on the internet have no value. Zero value, because it's not energized by you. So please put your tattoo, put your brand, put your marking on that capture page in some which way, shape, or form. Or on your funnel, your tunnel, whatever it is you're using. Okay? All these things are so important. People will never forget you. I will never forget you. If you give me a business card and it's got your signature on there, Val, it was great meeting you. Look forward to buying lunch for you next time, or whatever it is, you know, had a great day with you. Look forward to meeting you again, you know, or have a prosperous new year, and write that in your writing, your handwriting, your ink. And I promise you that card will never be thrown out by me. That'll be my Rolodex forever. But if you just hand me a card that says, hi, you know, so-and-so's Goji Berry MLM opportunity, contact me today, I guarantee you that card will be in the garbage within a week. I don't have time for that stuff. It tells me that this person is not a professional. And if you're a real estate agent, life insurance agent, anything like that outside, you make sure anytime you give somebody a business card, you write your name on there. You don't expect them to see the little print, because some of us that need glasses can't read that stuff. But write your name on there and write a powerful, impactful message to the person you met. And that's what separates the Diane Hockmans, the Ray Higdons, the Russell Brunsons, the Andrew Murrays, the Jeff Mills. I mean, anybody that you can think of that's big out there on the internet, these people are leaving their DNA all over everything. Their DNA is all over everything. Diane Hockman, for example, I'm using that because some of you probably know who she is, you know who Ray Higdon is, or, you know, maybe Randy Schrader, you know, there's all kinds of people out there you might know. But I'll tell you this, it's all about them. Their presence is on everything. You're not going to see Ray Higdon send you, or Diane Hockman send you to an MLM website unless they are on there in some which way, shape, or form, whether they Photoshop themselves, you know, had somebody do some great digital, you know, graphics. They're going to make sure that it's all about them. There's one guy that was in the Empowerment Network. I want to tell you this. I got to keep telling you these little stories. There was one guy in the Empowerment Network. He was a really interesting dude. I'll tell you why. Because he realized what everybody's weakness was. They were bringing people into the Empowerment Network, you know, by the truckload. But what this one guy did is he built a funnel and tunnel for all his people, right? And promising they could make $1,000 and then, you know, we're going to go do these other events. But what people didn't catch on, and I caught on within like a millisecond, is the funnel and tunnel that he was selling people for $39 a month or $29 a month. Forgive me if I don't have the right number, 29 or 39. So they would have to pay 29 or 39 bucks a month. He had this great organization. He was showing people, you know, he was making $68,000 that month. You know, he made over $1 million in that gig anyhow. But you know what? You know what the really appalling thing of it was for me, as somebody that's smarter than, you know, most people that would look at these things, because I'm really analytical. Guess what the funnel was all about? Does anyone know who the funnel was all about? Whose videos were on those funnels? Whose statements were on those funnels? It wasn't the people that were paying the 39 or 29 bucks a month, but it was all about him. So so if he was branding himself and getting people to pay him to brand himself every month, imagine having 600 people sending you 39 bucks a month. And then those 69 people think they're benefiting from the funnel tunnel system. But when the funnel tunnel system, then he's got 600 people out there sending his websites out there, his videos out there. And guess who people are going to bypass now when they want to join the program. They want to go to God's gift to the world. Oh, hi, Mr. So-and-so. You know, I saw your funnel out there, but I really don't know where I saw it. Like, but, you know, I really don't know, I really don't know where I got it from on the internet. I don't really know who the sponsor is, but you know what? Doesn't matter anyhow. I want to go to you. I want to work with you because you're God's gift to the world. So this is why if you choose not to listen to what it is we're saying or implement these things, and even if you don't want to do video, you can just write your signature and put a picture. Put a picture of you even up in high school if you feel better what you looked like 20 years ago. Put your statement on there, but brand yourself, because if you don't, you're going to lose your prospects, you're going to lose your leads, you're going to lose people left and right to whoever you're worshiping in your organization. And that's why Tracy and I, although my video's on the main site, that's why Tracy and I are really pushing for people to come out of their shell. There's a lot of great looking people on here that should be doing stuff. You know, all of you are. You should be doing stuff in this way. This way, you're not going to get ripped off from your upline. I'm going to tell you this. Your upline is not always honest with you. I'm just being honest with you, okay? Your upline doesn't always care about you. You know, most people in this industry are driven by money. And they will burn your butt, and they will steal your leads, and they'll steal your prospects a lot of the time, but they'll be so smooth and so crafty and so unique about it, sometimes you won't even say anything. You know, you'll wonder why you don't have people, because, you know, you weren't a part of the equation. And that's my beef with this industry, is that these experts, gurus out there are teaching people to disengage. And you know why they're doing it, honestly? Because they know exactly what it is I just told you, and that's why they're able to go on Facebook and say, hey, I made $125,000 last month. I just stole all your contacts. Because you're subscribing to my system, my methodology, my platform, and my platform is all about me, and you're not there, but you're out there busting your butt on the internet, promoting me out there, giving me exposure out there, but what about you? That's your money, folks, and you got to reclaim it. Okay? So start taking small steps to do it. You know, if you don't want to put your picture there, put a paragraph there. You know, like a testimonial. Hi, my name is Val Smith. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I've been working with Steph Perez, or I've been a part of MM for 3 weeks. I can't begin to tell you what I've been experiencing in these webinars or these Zoominars, whatever it is you want to call them. There's some pretty mind-altering stuff there that I've never heard in any other presentation before. You know, whatever it is, that's just me rambling, ad-libbing. There could be something more powerful, you know. So we've got a lot of incredible things there. And, you know, we also have access to the next generation of lead generation. I'll just touch upon this really quickly. We're working directly with the company that is running the campaigns for the Democrats and the Republicans in the cellular environment. I was talking to one of their regional managers today, and he was talking about the world is moving in a cellular movement, right? There's just a cellular movement out there. They're making hundreds of millions of dollars right now because they're able to bypass email. They're able to bypass the pitbull. They're able to bypass all the internet filters that are out there. They're able now through this technology to drop a message in every human being's cell phone all over the world. They can drop it in every cell phone that's out there all over the world, and then that person's going to get a message and they didn't even know it. Like, they'll just go in there, oh, I got a message, didn't even hear my phone ring, right? So we got to keep up with the way leads are done. Like I told you, going out and buying leads lists are not the answer unless you're really, really good. And I'm pretty good, but I'll tell you something. I'm being honest with you. I'm kind of intimidated. By a leads list. And I'm not intimidated by talking to the people. I'm intimidated by the fact that I believe, and I shouldn't believe this, but I do, is that I'm going to be disappointed with the end result when I go through 500 people I have to call that didn't ask me for information. Okay? I'm going to get a lot of answering machines. They're not going to call me back. I'm going to call people back 3-4 times. They're never going to answer the phone anyhow. You know, I'm going to put copious amounts of hours into it. And for what? What's the return? And in my world, my psychological world that I live in, there is no return in the world that I could possibly imagine that would make it worthwhile for me to go out and buy leads. I will never go out and buy leads ever again. Guys, gals, we generate them. And we'll teach you how to do that. We'll help you with your voicemails. We're pretty good at scripting. We're pretty good at voiceovers. We can help you with these things. So you're not just kind of walking the desert alone. Like, what would you put in your campaign? What type of voice message would you put, in your voice message? If people were going to call in, what would you do? What would work a little bit more advantageous? So if you feel uncomfortable about doing that, or you feel you don't have the, the sexy, elegant voice to do that, have no fear. Your daddy from Cincinnati's here. No, I'm just kidding. We have the people that can do that for you, okay? We've got some people, that can create some voiceovers, male and female, that would sound really appealing to get out there if you don't feel comfortable doing it. So what we're saying to you is that we're here to help, here to be a part of a community, get all the tools, get the training, feel good about yourself, and learn some pretty interesting, real humanistic ways of building a business that aren't automated tools, to expand on your ability to be that powerful tool to get somebody to say yes outside of getting sucked into somebody's, automated gig. And I know, and I'll shut up here in a sec, Steph. I know it sounds like I'm being negative. Like, I know some of you probably got on this call and you're saying this guy's being negative. I'm not being negative. I believe in all the automated tools that they preach about, but I really believe that there's a right way and a wrong way to use them. And if I came on this call tonight and told you all that I want you all to stay in bed and be brain dead, but let's just use this automated system to make money, you don't have to do anything else but send me all your money to get access to this system, I would feel like I just put the screws to all of you, and I just couldn't do that. But there's a lot of people out there on the internet that don't feel that way. They'll just say, so is that too bad? It's their problem. It's not my problem. I gave them the system. They should have made money. No, that's a bad attitude. That sucks. But some people are like that. None of us are like that. Tracy's not like that. I'm not like it. Steph's not like it. We take on a responsibility, not to change diapers or run a daycare center, but we're here as a support mechanism so that when people come in here looking for answers about how to make money in the online world, the home-based business industry, we don't ever want anyone to feel like they walked the desert alone unless they made that choice not to reach out to us and make a connection. We will not be responsible for that. We can't force somebody to say, hey, I contacted you via Skype or I contacted you via phone call. We're not into playing those games. So don't play those games with us. Be straight up with us and we'll be straight up with you. That's just the nature of the beast. So, Steph, anything else you want to talk about? You want to show the comp plan? Anything else you can, you want to consider?
No, I think you did really, really great. I mean, I took tons of notes, like I always do. It was a very, very complete message, Val. I mean, again, it's every reason why I decided to align myself. I didn't join, but I aligned myself with, because I really, really got the message. And I remember Val said this a while back, is that, we have to stop joining things and we have to learn how to team up and align ourselves. And when you really buy into the message of, an opportunity or a community, you really get where they're going and you want to go that same place with them. You learn to align yourself. You understand that a lot of people join things every single day and they never do anything with it. But when you align yourself, it's like a commitment that, wherever you're going, Val, I'm going to. Wherever you're going to take this thing, I'm taking it, as well. And that's what I hope, for the members that are here, I hope you treat it as such, because if you do, your bank account will reflect it. And for those of you that are looking at, Mentoring Millionaires as being a powerful platform and a community to help change your life, change your bank account, change your business, change your mindset, if you adapt that, that philosophy in terms of aligning yourself, we collectively as a community can really, really help you, get to where you want to go if you're willing to be an active participant in your own success. It's funny, Val talked about autoresponders, and it's funny because so many people, it's funny, they'll reach out, and it's kind of like what Val said. I don't want to offend anybody, but sometimes these kind of behaviors need to be corrected by us as individuals, because again, like I said, if I teach, for example, the person next to me I see is Michael. If I teach Michael bad behaviors and then he sponsors Robin and teaches Robin those same bad behaviors, and then Robin sponsors Val and those same bad behaviors are fostered on, guess what we have? We have a community, of bad behaviors, and no one is truly learning how to do things the right way. So just like, sponsors are having to be taught the right way how to do business, we have to understand the right way to how to conduct business as well, whether we're prospects or looking onto something. But autoresponders are awesome, like what Val said, with connecting you with people. Okay, but autoresponders and technology is also a powerful way for people to hide behind taking responsibility for what they say they want as well. That's why I love connecting with people, because as I look, on the top of this, and I look at the people that have aligned themselves with me, these are people that were like, no, Steph, I want to get you on the phone. These weren't people that wanted to sign up via email. These were people that I've either built relationships with over the years I've been online, or they were like, no, Steph, I want to speak with you. I really want to know where it is that you're going. And whenever someone has, that feeling or they want to speak with me, I know I'm dealing with someone really, really serious. So for you guys that are out there that might have been in this industry for length of time and you feel like you never can get things going, it's little things like that you really want to start adapting inside of your business, because you want to position yourself with people that are serious. Not only do you want your leaders to be serious, but the people that you attract to your business, you want them to be equally as serious as well. It's all about being equally yoked. And a lot of times in this industry, it's a bunch of unequally yoked people trying to make something happen together. And guess what? I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So this has been, one of the absolute best decisions that I've made for myself. Tracy, are you there? I know we're right over 9 o'clock. I know if, people probably want to hop off and, get to the debate, but you know what, I would be doing a terrible thing if I didn't allow you guys to hear from the amazing Tracy. And Tracy, I'll let it be your call. Do we play the comp plan video or don't we? It's up to you.
There. You know what? I don't think we need the comp plan video on this call specifically. I think that there's been an awful lot of really great information. We have the comp plan video, of course, on everybody's individual sites as well, so they can go and look at that tonight. We'll play it on another call, possibly next week. Val, you always have such great information. And, I think the biggest message here is you can't hide and be successful. There's no congruency that you just can't do it. And so we're all about the people, and how Val and I met it was awesome, because I typed him a message. He said, what's your phone number? We got on the phone, and then over the course of time we became really great friends. We found that we had the same fundamental beliefs. We had our integrity. We believed in the people. We didn't believe in the systems. We really understood how the industry was fooling people, and there was all that falsification going on out there. So that was kind of how Mentoring Millionaires really was born, is because of our belief systems and what we wanted to take to the people and what we wanted people to take away from what we had. So it was our integrity. We really had the highest level of integrity. And we do that. Like when Val says, if you want to make a call and ask, we're always available. We're here to help you resolve any issues, in decisions. It's all about the communication, and we've got the right platform and the community. And it's not just like Val and I have long conversations all the time, and he's a great analyst. And I am too, but in a very different way. So we complement each other very, very well. And, he sees things very differently than everyone else does. He sees it from the other side, where everyone else may be looking at it from here. He can certainly see things from a different angle. And being able to do that, he can analyze what works, what doesn't, what the underlying issues are. And I think that through what we have at Mentoring Millionaires and through the leadership here, again, as everybody has their own unique gift, we all learn from each other, we support each other, and we bring out the best in each other. And that's really what the absolute goal, the absolute What we want you to bring out is yourself, because again, you can't hide and be successful. So we're going to push you. Val pushes me every day. The learning curve some days is very steep. But you know what? It's so much fun, and we're really blessed to have such great people around us here. And you know what? That is the attraction. It's the community. It's the integrity. It's the communication. It's everything that we bring to the table, all of us as a unit, and that just keeps growing and growing and growing. So there's some really great things coming up ahead, and we love every minute of it. We love getting, those are our therapy sessions, really are what we love to do the most. And we'll say it every time we get off the phone. We're doing corporate things, and then we'll get on the phone and maybe do a group call or a three-way call, and doggone, we'll hang up the phone and say, man, that was just so much fun. And it really is. That's what it's all about. You know, be serious about your business, but maybe not so serious about yourself sometimes. And I think that's where people kind of get locked up in being perfection in their videos. Get out there and do them. You know, get the Zoom. It's free. And start practicing and doing the videos. So, you know what? It's just everywhere up on the way from here. So for everybody. So anyway, Steph, back to you.
Well, I think a lot has been said, Val, unless you want to pop back on. You know, I just encourage each and every one of you to take Val's advice today or tonight. I could definitely tell you, you know, for you guys that are here that, you know, are on board with me, be looking for an email from me, because we're going to get this mastermind together. I take these things to heart. And that's why over 9 years I've been successful. I really take these things to heart. And I know that this can be something really, really good for the masses. So be looking for an email from me. And for anyone that's here, whoever invited you here, get back to them. Let them know you loved what you saw, and thank them, because you know what? They had the foresight, they had the guts to get you on something like this, to learn more about a platform that can help you in changing your life. So number one, thank them. And then if you want to get involved, let them know. Send me your link. And I guarantee you, they're not going to quibble. They're going to send you their link. Okay? Lock arms with them, align, allow this community, allow what we do to help you leverage your success. You do not have to do this by yourself. Just like Tracy said, you have support behind you. You have a community here, you know, wanting to work alongside of you to help you in meeting your financial and your personal goals as well. So Val, do you have anything in closing, or do you want to just go ahead and close out the call?
Sorry, my dog was barking, but I just wanted to give people something to look forward to too. You know, it's not just about what you're getting here at $3.99. Tracy and I have aspirations of doing a live event that you can make a serious amount of money on. We take a look at the high ticket programs. They're not even in the same, I know it says I'm being judgmental, and I am, I guess. They're not even in the same league as what we have to offer. We're going to be doing a live event. And, you know, when I got involved in network marketing, it was not about going to Las Vegas. It was not about going to San Diego or Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It was about seeing parts of the world that I've never seen before and having the adventurous part of life. And so we want to do a 2-day live event probably over in the islands in the Caribbean. And, you know, if you generate 10 sales hypothetically to go there, you would get paid $50,000 to go there as well too. So you'll learn more about the compensation there too. We're not going to give you a bunch of ebooks for $5,000 or $10,000 or downloadable junk that you don't need. We're going to give you the real deal. It's going to be a life-changing event. Bring your family, bring your kids, bring your grandkids. It's going to be a blast. We'll meet, have fun, have a few drinks, eat some dinner together. And I promise you, we'll be able to put on a show bigger than an Anthony Robbins show. You'll have something that'll be, you know, impacting. Okay, Anthony Robbins is very awesome at what he does, but we're bringing somebody in that will change lives. I mean, literally change the mindset with no hype, no smoke and mirrors, no goal-setting garbage, no power of positive thinking, no procrastination. You'll literally go through a really fun, loving experience with all kinds of interesting things that may be going on in your life from a past experience. So it'd be fun, exciting, and hanging out on the beach and getting paid to do it. So there is going to be a live event, and we'd love you all to come, and it's going to be in the Caribbean. We're not going to Vegas. Sorry about that. Been there, done it, and I'm not impressed. We're going to do it first class. So let's go somewhere a little bit more impressive. So listen, love you all in spirit. Thank you so much for being a part of our lives and saying yes to this this project. And I look forward to meeting you all face to face, belly to belly, eyeball to eyeball, having a margarita and a lawn chair on the beach. God bless. Have a great night. Bye for now.